What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Next Gen Career Mode. This is episode number 96, and we start today's episode off by seeing that Sebastian Young has been placed on the transfer list because he hasn't been offered a new contract. His wage demands are so important that he's had to go all the way to the top of Hertha Berlin and demand he get an answer, basically, and the answer was, we're going to transfer list you. That's what the board said. So whatever, I mean, I really don't care. He's now obviously a backup. Now we switched to a 3 at the back formation, although I am thinking about possibly going back to 4 at the back for next season if we stay here, that is. But to be honest, I really couldn't care less. I mean, we're not even in a transfer window. That's the funniest thing about it. Yeah, we'll put you on the transfer list, but what's it going to do? Literally nothing. So yeah, whatever. We will offer a new contract in the near future anyway, because obviously it does make the players' morale go down. That's not good, but even so, we're not really sort of worried or anything. But anyway, we took on Hamburg here for the first game of today's episode, and taking on Hamburg is always fun because, as I say every time I play them, I've always wanted to do a career mode at Hamburg, and I probably will do next year. I might do next year anyway. And taking on Hamburg is fun, but of course they never do well on career mode. Currently they're sitting in 18th place, so they're in the relegation zone, and that was evident because we scored the first goal of the game in the 21st minute after they just gave the ball straight to Kevin Volland, and he had a really simple finish. So we're 1-0 up early on. And in the 23rd minute, another good chance here. We crossed this ball in, but Hummels' header goes just over the bar and out for a goal at kick. So still 1-0 as things stood, but the early chances coming to us, as you'd expect. Us being second, Hamburg being in 18th place, you'd expect us to win this game. Sorry, not in 18th place, we're in 16th place. Not looking too good from the beginning. And in the 25th minute, you see Hamburg get on the ball here with Lamb down the left-hand side. They play the ball forward, and it is a really good chance here as they cross the ball into the centre, but Neuer makes a brilliant save. And I've said this before, man, Neuer, he could be the difference like he was last year in the Champions League final between us winning and losing important games. And that was an unbelievable save because that's what Neuer's got in his bag. You know, he's got it in his locker. You wouldn't predict Ter Stegen to make a save like that when it looks like they're definitely going to score, but Neuer can pull it off. Brilliant save by the big German, and it is still 1-0. And from that, we broke from the corner. We got the ball forward towards Kevin Volland. We play a brilliant 1-2 with the two players there, Volland and Lasogga, who goes through one-on-one. It is Kevin Volland. Tried to round Vargas even, not Adler. Really good save though from the follow-up shot as well, and it is still 1-0. So unfortunately Vargas keeps the score at 1-0 here, and in the 35th minute Serge Gnabry gets on the ball here and plays a brilliant ball forward towards Lasogga down the left-hand side. He takes on Michael Mancian, the former Chelsea man, gets inside, rolls it across to Serge Gnabry, but God only knows how I missed that chance. That was a really good opportunity, but somehow I missed the target. So still 1-0, and in the 43rd minute our former player Marcos Rocha goes down the right-hand side, plays a great ball over the top, and it's a really good opportunity for Hamburg to get themselves the equalising goal, and unfortunately they do, and it's a really unfortunate goal because that is just so goddamn unlucky. I mean, it really is. The shot comes in, Neuer does just about enough to deal with it, and I literally, there's nothing I can do because it just hits off Hummels, it then hits off Neuer, and I'm just hammering down circle, hoping that one of them is going to get the ball away, Neuer, Hummels, or Badstu, but none of them do, and you can just see me lunge with Hummels there, because when the goal happened, like, I don't get angry at FIFA, I really don't. If something like that happens, I usually don't care, but in this game I was like, that's not even fair. That's so genuinely, there's nothing I can do about that one, but it's really annoying, but I'll still say it's my fault because I take the blame for everything. But even so, very poor goal to concede, and it's 1 apiece. And well, in the 45th minute Hamburg would actually go ahead and take the lead. Very disappointing goal to concede there. They went through 1-on-1 with the number 31, whose name I will not be able to pronounce for the life of me, and he ends up drilling it into the bottom corner, and it was one of those AI on legendary finishes, you know. It was literally right in the bottom corner, you know, an inch to the right and it would have hit the post, an inch to the left and Neuer would have saved it, but unfortunately it was right in the corner, and it's 2-1. So Hamburg take a shock lead in this game. They almost made it 3-1 there, but thankfully Neuer made a really good save, and from that we broke. Avijay came off the bench and played a brilliant ball forward towards Royce, who gets behind the back of Marcos Rocha and drills it into the back of the net. So 2-2, we're back on level terms. It's still not the result we want, but at least we have got ourselves back on level terms in this game. And in the 79th minute it was still 2-2, but as Avijay collects the ball here, goes down left hand side, we swing it across, it's headed away by Lamb, Sorry, bicycle kicked away by Lam. And how about this from Leon Goretzka? What a ball that is. That is incredible. He picks out Lasogga, and Lasogga with 10 minutes to go completes the turnaround. We are in front. We're back in front in this game, back in the lead. It is the old reliable, the big beast up top, Lasogga, who gets it. But as good as the finish was by Lasogga, what about this for a ball by Leon Goretzka? Pokes it over the top of 3 Hamburg defenders, picks out Lasogga, inch perfect pass, and he just drills it into the bottom corner. He was never going to miss that one, and we are back in front in this game. So brilliant finish by Lasogga, but most importantly, what a ball by Leon Goretzka here, the unsung hero of our side. Shellbread almost made it 3-3 there. One of our former players who we had on loan looped Neuer with the shot and the volley, but thankfully it hit the bar and we got the ball away for a corner, and from that corner it's crossed in towards Michael Mantiem. It was headed away, and they kept the pressure alive here. Mantiem collects the ball, tries to shoot, he offloads it towards Beister instead, but it's a really good save by Neuer. Again, even though he conceded 2 goals, he was still playing quite well, and a really good stop there, and it was how the game would finish. So a 3-2 victory, and what a victory as well. That was a really hard fought win. I came into the game, yes, I did rest a couple of players because we did have a midweek game in the Champions League against Barcelona to come. Yes, I did rest a few players, but I still felt as though we should be able to, you know, not push over Hamburg, but should be able to get a result relatively easy against one of the sides in the relegation zone. However, it was a really difficult game, and we had to be bailed out by Lasogga. But, you know, again, I said this a couple of times this season, Goretzka, man, I absolutely love the guy. He grows so quickly. He grows like an absolute animal, and he's just absolutely amazing. He's such an unsung hero for the team, but still, we did win a game by 3-2. Keeps our push going in the Bundesliga. We would have to return to Champions League matters here in midweek, as we took on Barcelona in the second leg of the Champions League round of 16 tie here at the Olympiastadion. And after winning the first game by 3-1, it did mean that Barcelona would have to score 3 goals here in Germany or they're going out. So I mean, I did pick a really strong side, but I didn't really need to, because I could not see Barcelona scoring 3 goals. I really couldn't. Yashil almost made it 1-0 here in the 26th minute, but unfortunately the head went wide of the post and out for a goal kick. And the 36th minute, Iniesta collects the ball here down the left hand side, plays it inside towards Sergio Busquets, who finds Neymar. Neymar comes forward here and chips it over Neuer, but we get the ball off the line and clear it away. So still 0-0, and in the 44th minute, Ginter hits the bar twice from 2 consecutive headers. That is just so unlucky, and it is still 0-0. But to be honest, although both sides had early chances, the first half was one of those games where, although there were a couple of chances, neither side looked properly threatening, if you know what I mean. However, from this, in the 45th minute, Sebastian Young finds Sidney Sam. He takes on Jordi Alba, and the left back just bundles him to the floor, and the referee has no choice but to give us a penalty. So Jordi Alba complains, he's not happy about it, but as you'll see on the replay here, as Sam was coming inside, Jordi Alba just puts his body across and ends up taking him down. It's a definite penalty as he got under the ball. So a great chance for Marco Reus to make it 1-0 on the stroke of half time. And if we score this goal, it means Barcelona will now have to score 4 goals if they want to go through. So it's a really, no, 3 goals. Yeah, 3 goals. So Royce scores. Anyway, that's all you need to know. Royce scores the goal, and it's Hertha Berlin 1, Barcelona 0. So yeah, Barcelona would have to score 3 goals anyway, but that would just to be the level of scoring, although of course they would be going for on away goals. But still, so the goal didn't actually mean too much, to be honest, but even so, we were in front in this game, and I guess that's good motivation. So we're 1-0 up in this game. Very good end to the first half there, getting the goal. Kroos almost made it 2-0 just after the restart. There was a really good save by the German goalkeeper Leno to deny him, and in the 53rd minute we played the ball over the top towards Yashil, down the right hand side. He offloads it towards Sidney Sam. Sam with the Ronaldo chop, swings it across. Kevin Volland wins the header, but again, it's a great save by Leno, and Barcelona managed to get the ball away. So still 1-0, and it looked as though if anyone was going to score in this game again, it would probably be us, even though Barca still needed 3 goals. But in the 70th minute, Neymar collects the ball, takes on Hummels, gives it back towards Jordi Alba, who gave away the penalty, which resulted in the goal. He finds Sergio Busquets, but the shot is well saved by Neuer, and he tips the ball behind for a corner. But from that corner, it is crossed into the centre. Hummels fails to deal with it. It comes to Cesc Fabregas. Fabregas slides it inside towards Busquets. Great save by Neuer, but unfortunately it does come back to the now Chelsea player, Cesc Fabregas and the former Arsenal player, makes it 1 apiece. So Barcelona back on level terms, but their celebrations were to be sort of muted, not really important to be honest. They didn't really need to celebrate because they knew they weren't going through. They'd still need to score another 2 goals, and as the game was being closed out, they would have a really good chance here. But again, Neuer makes a great save, but they didn't really get a move on, if you know what I mean. I've talked about this in career mode before, and hopefully next year in FIFA 15 it's a lot more, it's addressed quite a bit, but I talked about this before. The AI clubs, they don't show urgency, they lack intelligence, and in this game they'd scored the goal to equalise, they needed another 2 goals to go through, yet they didn't seem to care. It was almost like, yeah, we're going to draw the game, that's totally fine, if they talk like that, the Barcelona players, but yeah, they didn't seem to care, to be honest. So why should I care either, because as things stood, we were going through. But in the 83rd minute, Herman's shot was well saved by Leno, and the follow-up shot by Volland went wide the post and out for a goal kick. But as I said, we were 1-1 in this game, but on aggregate we were 4-2 I think it was, and yeah, we were still going through. And as Neuer made quite a few good saves in this game, and again, I've talked about it before, I'm very glad Neuer is in, because he could be the difference this year. He made a couple of really good saves, and he kept the score. Basically, if it wasn't for Neuer, there would have been a slight possibility Barcelona could have gone on to knock us out. But again, that's why I'm so glad we signed him, because again, he was, I wouldn't say he was the main difference, but he certainly contributed to our success in this game. So it was a draw. We did go for an aggregate by 4 goals to 2. We are through to the Champions League quarter-finals. And yeah, as things stand, I should say, we're doing very, very well in all competitions, and things are looking very good as we are coming towards the business end of the season. So as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, please leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode of my Next Gen Career Mode very soon.